Hi there, I'm Phil the Practical Gardener. This particular tip is going to be about how to manage the wind. I'm presuming that you, as I, are living in the temperate zone where we are prone to quite large amounts of wind, and in fact I am having to film this today in quite a sheltered part of my garden because of the problem that I can have with the wind. So what we'll be talking about is the dynamics of the wind, how we can best manage it for your property. If we're going to get the best from our garden and be able to spend the most time enjoying it, we do need some form of shelter. Fortunately, there are ways to reduce the impact of wind on our gardens and create general comfort, both for us and for the plants that we have in our gardens. Most regions have a prevailing wind, which is often the strongest as well as the most persistent. Therefore, this is the direction that most needs to be managed. When designing for shelter, consider the overall plan for your garden. There is little benefit in sheltering the seldom occupied areas, such as in my garden, the area out the front, which is close to the road. A common assumption is that a solid barrier needs to be created. Contrary to popular opinion, impenetrable barriers cause the wind to swirl and buffet the area beyond them, as well as casting excessive shade. If you look at the shelter belt around a commercial orchard, it is usually designed and managed to be porous. Shelter with about 30 to 50% porosity filters the wind, lessening its force, and additionally lets more light through. There is actually a formula for creating an effective shelter. The benefits are gained downwind for about 10 times the height of the shelter. Therefore, a 2 metre, say a 6-foot windbreak, could provide some shelter for about 20 metres or 60-70 feet down the leeward side. However, the effect would decrease immediately beyond the shelter, whereas we actually need the benefit to be retained above the height of the people and the ornamental plants within the garden. So therefore we need to add an extra 1.5 or 2 metres, say 5 to 6 foot, to the height of the shelter. Using the example above, to shelter a 20 metre or 60 to 70 foot garden, the windbreak needs to be about 3.6 metres or 12 foot high. Note too that some shelter is also afforded for some direction on the windward side of a windbreak. This can contribute to the comfort of the overall microclimate. Effective shelter can be provided with windbreak cloth, trellising, a slatted fence, or plants that aren't too dense. Native plants are often suitable as they will be adapted to your conditions. I use a range of tree ferns and other native plants to shelter my retreat and hammock area. These massage the wind to provide dappled shade and shelter and make the area very pleasant. Panels with decorative cutout designs are available from garden and hardware shops. Further option is to have them cut to your design at an engineering business. If you do have a solid wall, as I do, you can add trellising or sheltering plants above this. This will actually provide effective shelter. Deciduous shrubs and trees are suitable for protection. Winter is usually the calmest season in most temperate zone areas, so the lack of leaves from deciduous plants wouldn't matter much. A loose combination of evergreen and deciduous shrubs is fine. Plants that grow to about 3 to 4 metres or 10 to 13 feet provide ample height for shelter in most domestic situations. You don't need a large tree. The particular plants selected depend on your property situation. Often the most suitable ones are tall, thin perennial plants such as thuya smaragd, pencil cypresses, clumping bamboo, and palms. So that's it for this tip. If you do have any thoughts or comments about this, I'd welcome to see them in the comments section below. And don't forget to press the subscribe button and also like this video so you don't miss out on further videos. So thank you for watching this through to the end, and good luck with your garden.